Here again with another Shameless Season 8 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am every watch you're watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you found out you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, I have seen Shameless at least one time all the way through. Some episodes I've seen more than others, and a lot of the show is really good. The quality is starting to dip just a little bit right now, but the season is still good, at least at the moment. But I know towards the end, the show's quality takes a really big dip. But I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, so I wanted to talk about all these episodes. So with all that in mind, this will be Shameless Season 8, Episode 8. The title of this episode is called Frank's Northern Shuttle Express. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. The lady's dog, Rusty, stares at Fiona as she's trying to sleep. I don't even remember what happens to Rusty after all these events, but I'm sure I'll find out soon. Lip's got to take a leak. Debbie's taking a bunch of pregnancy tests in the bathroom. Fiona got Franny to stop crying. Fiona tells her to get out of the bathroom so she can shower. As Fiona gets naked, finally this season, and turns on the water, Brad is actually sleeping in the shower, but his eyes were closed, so he didn't get to sneak a peek there, but it is very beautiful, that's for sure. And then Debbie asks Brad if he watched her pee. Pervert. Cassie introduces herself to Fiona as Carl's girlfriend. Great, another person living in this house. Frank's goal is to get everyone across the border into Canada. Liam's helping out. Carl takes Fiona's car. Fiona yells, "No more Uber with my car." Frank takes everyone's order. Geneva, Trevor, and Ian start cleaning up this building that they got. V feeds Kev scrambled eggs. Lip has taken Debbie to Planned Parenthood. Lip actually sees Sierra's boyfriend there, Charlie. Fiona goes to complain to Nessa and Mel. Mel says, "You're 28 and still live at home?" That's pathetic. Mel is a very interesting character on Shameless. I really like her character, even though she's not on the show very long. I like her character, and she's beautiful, by the way. The journey to Canada has begun. It's going to be a long 16 hours, so they play this game where, "Hi, my name is Frank. I'm from the United States, and I do this." And they have to repeat each person's thing with their own thing. Charlie says things are good with Sierra, and he got another girl pregnant when they weren't together. Lip tells Charlie, "You're gonna blow it if you don't tell Sierra, Charlie." Ian and Trevor go to visit Jamie, who recently tried to kill himself. Jamie's a friend of Geneva's, and Fiona takes a shower in her building. And then Fiona admires the sliding door now that it's fixed. And Fiona starts dancing around in her bra and panties, acting like a goof. And then Ford shows up. He came to pick his tools up that he had left. And Fiona tells him, "Thanks for fixing the door. It looks great." Cassidy asks Carl how much he likes her. And Carl says a lot. Or did he say love? I put like, but I think he said love. And she starts to give Carl a hand job while there's a passenger in the back, because remember, he's using Fiona's car as an Uber. Lip meets a potential sponsor, Barb, out for coffee. Barb is a very butch lesbian and doesn't care about all this gossip girl shit that Lip's trying to talk about. So Lip leaves, and then Frank and the crew, or the people that he's trying to get to Canada, are out of the car going on a hike to get into Canada. Frank calls Canada the new land of the free. Svetlana breaks a glass into the ice and tells Kevin to clean it up. And Kev says, "No, the bar is 50% yours, and I do all this all the time. It's your turn." And V says, "That was so hot." Kev says he doesn't know what came over himself. Ford and Fiona go to check out random buildings and monument things around town. Ford really enjoys this kind of stuff. Ian and Trevor go to church where a man is trying to cure people of homosexuality. One of the ladies on Frank's trip faints on the hike, and Frank, he gets her, revives her, and then he carries her on his back. Debbie has Liam take sexy photos of her as a welder. Sierra's having a smoke outside Patsy's. Lip asks if she's okay. No, men are fucking assholes. And Lip's like, oh, I'm sure, whatever. And Sierra's like, tells Lip that her father murdered her mother. That's not okay. I guess this was something that happened a long time ago. Charlie finally arrives to pick up Sierra. He tells him that he didn't say anything to Sierra, but he has a long drive ahead and plenty of time to tell her. Ford has taken Fiona to a place he's in the process of restoring, and he has Fiona lay down. He lays down, and Fiona lay down next to him, and they look up, and it's a really nice, something that he did. Frank and the crew arrive at Freedom Falls. Debbie goes to the food pantry to get dinner for the evening for everyone, and then because of laying on the bed, because of all the things that he's done, Fiona actually kisses Ford, but Ford didn't kiss back. He's not married or gay, and Ford tells Fiona that she's complicated. He didn't mean it as an insult, and Fiona says she's going to go, and Frank gets the folks into Canada. He's going to miss them. Fiona tells the family about being called complicated. Fiona's now going to walk Rusty at the moment. Ian goes to church, and Ian goes back and forth with Bible quotes with Benny DeLeo. That's the priest there, I guess. And Ian says to all the gays to follow him. So when he leaves, they all leave. And then Lip meets another potential sponsor. And Lip asks if it's cool if he talks about his ex a bit. And this guy doesn't care. He's like, yeah, go ahead. How much, if you're buying, I'm cheap as hell. Fiona's mad as Carl has swiped her keys yet again. Cassidy smarts off to one of Carl's passengers and then she asks to be dropped off. During a welding job, Debbie gets her period. Hell yeah. Geneva tells Ian that he was awesome. There's a video of him against the priest, Benny. It went viral. And then Lip meets with Ernest about being a potential sponsor. Ernest is very old and can't hear worth a shit. Charlie tells Lip he didn't tell Sierra because it just wasn't the right time. And then Lip kind of mentions that he's going to tell her for him. And then they don't really get into a fight, but they touch each other. And then Sierra gets mad and tells Lip to stay out of her life. And Lip didn't even tell her what he knows about Charlie yet. Cassidy says she's going home because Carl doesn't love her anymore. And then he tells Cassidy she's being crazy. Fiona goes to the apartment building for Mel and Nessa's party. And then Mel, beautiful Mel, kisses Fiona on the lips. Mel and Nessa are both pregnant. Awesome. But even crazier, Ford is the father for both of the babies. And then they tell Fiona Ford has primo sperm. Good to know. And then Fiona tells Ford, now who's complicated? Frank has arrived home. Lip meets with Barb again. Compared to everyone else, she's not so bad. She wants Lip to just talk about himself. Frank has sold the Sonic to expand the business. And we have Kevin V fucking the back of the alibi. Tommy and Kermit can hear, and Tommy says, looks like you're getting pushed out of the picture, calling Svetlana Natasha, and that's what ends this episode of Shameless. So, entertaining episode. This has been, I believe, the best one all season, and it took 8 episodes to finally get a good one, or a really good one. I'll score this one an 8.7 out of 10, and my characters of the episode, I gotta give it to Frank, and I gotta give it to Fiona, just because of all the stuff that Frank's doing. I really like this. While he's not completely sober Frank, he's a really good Frank right now, and he's accomplishing things and making things happen. And Fiona is just great. Debbie was good in this episode too, but she doesn't trump Fiona. Although I do like Nessa and Mel. They're interesting characters, but in the end, they're irrelevant because they just kind of disappear, if memory serves me correctly. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, or a fan of anything else that I cover here on JDev TV, and trust me, if you don't know already, I cover a lot. I got playlists galore. I created this channel to talk about the things that I want to talk about, not just a particular niche. So I do UFC reactions. I do Walking Dead stuff. I do Dexter stuff. Sometimes I talk about the Bulls. Sometimes I talk about the Cubs. I rank movies. I rank horror movies. I do a little bit of everything. Big Bang Theory, Lucifer, Shameless. Lost will be coming soon, hopefully. So if you're a fan of anything that I do and you want to help me with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you score this episode, and whom would be your male and female character of the episode? Click right here for my Shameless series finale rant video, assuming that you've seen every single episode of Shameless. And don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.